Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of the Hubcast.
Woo!
Yay!
Ooh, sorry, I was
I usually wait for some kind of vocal response after that. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Everyone on Twitch, all the subs in the chat. Hi, guys. How's it going? Thanks for joining us live here on the Hubcast. Today we have Joe, Spencer, Steph, myself, and then Dan is actually behind the camera producing today.
Alex is out of town.
Alex is out of town. He's enjoying Disneyland or Disney World. And he actually has a cold at the same time, so that's a darn shame.
That's a double whammy.
Before we get started, though, I'm going to pour myself my first drink of the day. Did you see this? I brought in my Dalmore.
Is that Glenfiddich?
This is my Dalmore. It is King Alexander blended malt scotch.
What did you get him?
Super fancy.
He got me Glenfiddich 21.
That's what I was remembering.
It had its year as well.
I haven't cracked open yet. I'm letting it sit for a while.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Oh, cool.
He's going to wait another 21 years.
So if I could wait another 21 years, that'd be
Yes.
smashing. But I'm going to pour myself. This is, I even brought my specialized Scotch whiskey glass. This is...
Careful.
Don't get it on the carpet.
No, that's fine. I just don't want you to spill it.
Look at that.
Gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Can I
smells
smell
good.
it?
Yes, you can. You can pass it down the line for any... Oh, careful with that, Stephanie. Plus, I love the bottle is just awesome. I love this
I
bottle.
wonder how they affixed
The
that
stag bottle.
stag head to the glass.
I don't know. It's a cool...
Man.
It's a cool stag.
That reminds me-
This is one of my favorite scotches.
That reminds me when they wax the gym floors in high school.
Yeah, that reminds me of that too.
You guys just can't handle it.
I want to
Oh,
You
you
know, I
haven't
did
smelled
something
it
I
yet.
don't usually do last night, Jordan.
It's good, but it's
I
good
went out
streak.
drinking.
What in
What?
the world?
Last night you did?
Yeah.
Spencer, you never drink.
Yeah,
Oh,
wait, when
you
did
don't
why?
swallow.
Well, it was Sam's birthday last night.
Y'all go to the
So I went out
right.
for his birthday. I didn't have a lot. Like I didn't get smoshed or
Where'd
anything,
you go?
but I went to One Up downtown.
Oh, one up, okay.
And I had 2 Jolly Rancher shots, which are
Nice.
which are very sweet. And then
Okay.
I also had like a big old I think it was a Mike's Hard 40.
My goodness,
Yeah.
a Mike's
They
Hard.
exist?
Was it
I
a
thought
Mike's
they
Harder?
exist.
Okay.
Was it a Mike's Harder or
I
Hardest?
think it was a Harder.
Okay, Mike's Harder.
Yeah.
A little
Hardest,
bit.
is that what you said?
There's a Mike's Hard, Mike's Harder, and Mike's Hardest.
But
Oh, so they set a cap for themselves.
Yeah,
They
they
can't
do.
go beyond that.
No.
Hardester.
I still
Hard-
feel the same about drinking. I don't know. It's fine. Like it worked for the night, and I got a little woo. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I still don't really like drinking too much. I'll drink on the podcast because Mike's Hard Lemonade combines the alcoholic side of
my
nature
goodness.
with
Okay,
the
so
sweet.
anyway, I'm going to I'm going to run through the hub updates really quick before I do anything, just to get it out of the way really fast.
Quicker than last time.
First, yes, it will be a lot quicker, especially if no one interrupts me. I'm looking at you.
Girl
three.
interrupted.
Well,
That's
Joe
And
your name.
interrupted.
Dan. And Dan. So, first things first, the Hubcast is officially on iTunes. I had submitted it last week and hadn't announced
Stephanie
it.
has an eye on her shoe.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
We already hit a roadblock.
You had one of those on
Oh,
your shirt
gosh.
yesterday.
You should put on your toe.
Okay.
It's a cyclops.
I'm sorry. Please continue. I didn't mean to interrupt
Cyclog.
you twice.
If you're wearing clogs, it'd be a cyclog.
So can I just say,
Wait, Jordan.
you basic sold 24 pairs
I don't
of socks.
wanna hear about your stupid
Thank
socks.
you guys for the support. 24 pairs of
Oh
basic
my
socks. And can I
goodness.
just say,
Okay.
guys, all of you are getting
Spencer,
a pair too for being
I
in
don't
the
want
video.
to hear about your
Actual
socks, and I'm
socks.
going to not wear them because I don't like socks.
They're made
I
out
will
of
wear
I wear bare feet.
They're made out of bamboo something.
Anyway,
Okay.
back to the hub dates.
okay.
Yes, Hubcast is now on iTunes. You can find the link all over everywhere, except I don't know exactly where I can send people to that I would remember. It's on the Reddit, I know for sure.
What, the iTunes thing?
Yeah,
It's
and
also
then-
on the video.
Then the most recent video that we put up to the community update thing, it's in there, so you can find it. Or you can just search the Hubcast on iTunes, and it should pop right up. So go ahead and subscribe to that for your audio needs. It's also on SoundCloud. And then, we post it all over the place. So first of all, apologies that it's a little bit earlier today, but we'll get into that in a second. Also, we are working on getting our stuff up for the RT site. We're getting a backlog together of all our series, and we're going to be going into uploading stuff there, as well as whatever else they have to offer with the, community side of the site too. So our creatures spot will pop up very soon. We are also doing this week. We actually have another movie video planned. I thought I would mention that's going to be kind of fun in relation to that movie Magnificent Seven. And then we are also working on getting an ARC series started. A lot of us have wanted to do a long form kind of sit and chill and play, some kind of sandbox game for a while. Originally we'd done a lot of Minecraft. We want to try something different this time, so I'm going to be building an ARC map in Unreal. And
I saw you tinkering with that today.
yeah, I was tinkering with it. The first a few days is just going to be getting used to it and all the little nuances of the ARC editor. I'm getting the hang of it pretty quick here, so that'll be really fun. But there is suggestions that you can go on Reddit for games that we can play also. So it was a full-on busy week so far. Even though it was just Monday and Tuesday, we got a lot done, a lot of cool videos shot and edited, and we're getting quite ahead of ourselves now. So getting some good backlog stuff. So that's basically what's going on with the hub stuff. So hopefully you guys are all completely informed.
Yes.
Yes, we
Also,
are informed.
can I just say, I've been very proud of our videos over the past few weeks. I feel like we're on a roll. We got some cool videos coming out in the next few days.
Yeah, we do.
And we have a very, I don't know. It's a unique video coming out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the one we just watched?
Yeah,
Yes.
so we did. I thought it'd be a fun little idea. I can't remember who had
was
the
Dan.
idea.
I
It was
brought it
Dan.
up, but
Okay, so
that was my idea.
I thought it would be really fun.
I had a
if
great
we-
idea the past couple days.
Sorry,
You know what, guys? I had a great idea the other.
Usually my-
last week I brought it up to Jordan that I thought we should do like a day in the life sort of video where we just kind of raw, unfiltered, somewhat, where we just kind of film ourselves all day long, showing people the process of what we do. Because I think some people have it in their minds that like we're just like little minions here working and we're always yelling at each other or whatever. Like I don't know. I just wanted to give people an honest representation of what it is like to be in the office all day.
I think it can range anywhere from us being here 24/7 to us being here for like 6 hours and doing nothing. So it's kind of good to get a gauge of what we actually do.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, and it was a pretty good representation. We had some people out sick / not here, but I think it was pretty decent representation.
And
of the-
hijinks ensue.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. There's several hijinks, but overall, it's it was a pretty normal day.
was a
So
good day.
it'll be a fun
We
little
got
look
a ton done.
It'll
into
be a fun video.
into our day-to-day operations. It was fun. It was fun.
Please.
Yep.
I'm testing the.
Oh yeah, and then the new pop filters. Dan ordered some pop filters.
Oh, there's a whole story behind that, Jordan.
Well then, Dan.
Popcorn.
Take it away.
So I ordered these pop filters last Thursday or Friday because we usually don't use pop filters with these mics, but we really should. So I ordered them. They should have been here Monday. It said delivery estimate Monday, but they were delivered on Sunday, which the building isn't open. So I got a notification that they wouldn't deliver these until Thursday.
And I asked
which
Daniel,
makes no
who
sense.
delivers on Sunday?
the USPS, Jordan.
The Postal
USPS
Service
delivers on
They're
Sunday.
the last people to deliver.
I know,
on
that's
Sunday.
what's
They
scary.
do. They
Wait,
changed
don't
it
you
because they were
remember-
talking about taking Saturday out of the equation.
But not Sunday?
Well, Sunday was never in the equation before. It was no post on Sunday.
No
but then
post on
I guess
Sunday.
they changed it so there is some post on Sunday. So they will try to deliver, which it was really weird.
That would be a very uninspiring Harry Potter line. Some post on Sunday.
Which
we
today
watched.
is Sunday. What's wonderful about Sunday?
You sound like you sound
post
like
on
Jesse
Sunday.
Eisenberg.
You did. That was a little.
I'm like, there's no
Boys!
post on Sundays.
Post on Sunday.
Continue,
Anyway,
Daniel.
so yeah,
Sorry.
no, they attempted to deliver it, and then they said it was going to be here Thursday. I'm like, what? It should have been here Monday anyway. I always make sure that they don't deliver on Sunday or Saturday because there's nobody here and the doors are locked, so they can't get in. But then miraculously, somehow, although it says it still hasn't been delivered yet, it was delivered. So I don't know when they delivered
Well.
it. They must have done it on Monday, and we just
Yeah.
didn't check the mail.
That's
so.
the
Yeah.
USPS for you right there.
Yep.
Any government agencies are always the best at their jobs.
Government agency, Howard.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're all out to get us. So last week we had some pretty in-depth discussions about pubic hair
Yep.
and or
Muffs.
Feces. Oh,
Feces.
Muffs was in there too.
Yeah.
there's some various just chattings about different things that go on. So this also kind of led into us thinking about some other stories that have happened over our lifetimes. And something that came up and recently too is several stall stories / bowel movement related stories.
Oh no.
Yes.
Bad.
Because I don't know what's so interesting about this, but somehow it's just so enticing to be able to listen to everyone talk about these stories
Well,
with
it's a
each
very
other.
private
funny.
moment. You
Yeah.
don't get to see that too often when you hear
So
someone
why
talk
not
about
just share it with as many
Exactly.
people as possible?
No, why not?
So
I block it out. So,
I think I have no specific stall stories that were just, insane. I think the worst instance is, just going into just sitting, like I'm sitting in a stall or something, and all of a sudden I hear someone come in and just unleash next to me and stuff like that. So I don't really have anything specific, but
Well, I think
does
the
anyone
thing
else?
Well, what was happening is someone was telling a story, and then I said I had a story, and then later in the week, Dan said he also had a story when
Yeah.
it just happened.
It's like a
so
domino effect.
we have a few things. I don't remember who the first one was. Was it you, or was it you?
I don't.
story?
I don't have any.
You don't have
Joe
any?
wasn't here at the beginning of the week.
Oh
No, he
yeah,
was
that's
sick.
right. Well, I know I have a story,
Yeah.
and Dan was saying something earlier this week.
Dan had a story from, was it yesterday when you were
Yeah,
in the stall?
yesterday.
It was yesterday, he had a really weird one. And then I said, oh, that reminds me of the story Spencer was going to tell about.
So
So you
I
guys
mean,
have the
this was the
stories.
first time I ever sharted. Was what my story was.
That's-
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you
Just
choke on
recently?
your stuff. That's good
This
stuff.
is scotch, so it's like
Basically, shark juice.
okay.
No, I'm kidding.
But it was the first time it ever
tell us
happened
about
because
this.
I mean, when I was a little kid, I had shat my pants before, but
Most
I
of
had
us
never
do.
sharted my pants before. Now, if you don't know, sharted is when you gamble on a fart and you lose, and you lose hard.
a
Let
good
me tell you, you lose real hard.
Now, my question is, was this a particularly runny tummy day?
No, it was out of the blue.
Okay, so
this was
that's-
not like my
that's
tongue was
scary.
gurgling. I was like, I don't feel so good, and then it happened. It was out of the blue.
You were just betrayed.
I was betrayed by my own body.
Somebody.
So let me set the stage.
Okay, I want to picture this.
It's homecoming, sophomore year of high school.
Wait, homecoming?
no.
Like,
Homecoming.
Are you at the?
Well, I didn't have a date, luckily, but I don't know. I was with a big group of friends. It was probably
Okay.
16 people that we all went out to dinner. It was whatever. So I went out to dinner, and it was fine. I think I had a reasonable meal. I didn't have anything too questionable, I'd say, but
What was your meal consumption at the time?
I believe it was like a chicken breast, maybe.
Okay, a
I was
chicken
gonna say,
breast.
It had to be chicken fingers.
Had to be
Sounds like
chicken
Spencer.
something. No,
Born
it
in
was,
chicken
it
breast.
was a relatively la-di-da restaurant, so I think I don't know. I picked a good meal. So we left the restaurant. We were going to drive back to the school to go to the dance. As we were in the parking lot, we were just kind of staying in a circle, and it hit me, just like a freight train. Just and, it wasn't loud,
Oh, wait,
but it was like
let me
shark
ask
train?
you. So usually you can tell if you need to fart.
yeah.
You know,
I definitely
There
knew.
are some
Like you said.
instances where they'll slip out and
No.
it's just kind of involuntary. But you're telling me right now this was one of those involuntary. It just happened.
No.
Or were
I,
you
okay,
like,
I knew
okay,
the fart
I'm
was
going
coming,
to take
and
the
so this is
gamble?
I was trying to make it
Gamble.
quiet. Like you're sitting there, and you're like, I'm gonna let it squeak out, and so I'm kind of letting there.
So you were expecting a.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But instead, I got I got something like to that accord. But it wasn't too loud.
Yeah.
So I tried to squeak out. It didn't work, and I sharted onto my underwear. So it's ground
So
zero
that
right
that
now.
smell's gonna linger.
That smell's gonna linger. Luckily,
Hey, Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior. Sorry.
so
I love Brenda's song. I love that movie. Go ahead.
luckily, I drove there with my friend, but my friend met a girl who went there by herself, so he went with her in her car. So I now got to drive back to the dance alone. Usually it'd be sad. Luckily, I got to go by myself.
Oh my
So it hit me, and I was like, "Oh, I'll meet you guys at the dance." So I walk away. I drive back. It's probably like a 15-minute drive. So I have to drive there, like hovering above the seat, like you kind of gotta do this thing and
You don't wanna-
drive.
you don't want it to
Because if
leak
I
on
sit
the-
down, it pushes up against,
Oh.
and then it's just
So
like
you've been trying to keep this thing in the hammock that is your underwear at this point,
Yep.
as long as
Oh
possible.
my goodness.
I don't want it to touch my ass either, but I also don't want it to touch my pants because both sides. It's like a delicate balancing act. It's like
Now,
I'm playing
was
Operation.
this a runny thing or a solid matter?
It was still wet,
okay.
like the whole way.
So it's
it was
definitely
wet
like a-
until it left my body.
No,
Slip
I'm
and
asking.
slide.
I'm asking you. Was it a solid item or was it?
No, it was
It was-
liquid.
It was liquid. Okay.
So-
just making
Picture
sure.
slip.
Seepage.
No, I know
there
what it
was-
is. I'm just
there
making
was some
sure.
definite seepage. So I finally get to the dance, and the
Joe.
first thing I do is I saw my friends, but I just walk straight into the high school. So I walk straight in, go to the bathroom. But now, like, I have a dilemma because I have my pants on, I have underwear that clearly can't be used anymore. So I have two options. I could grab a fistful of toilet paper, stuff it in, and
Mummy
pull
wrap
it
it?
up, and just
Oh,
hope
man.
for the best, or I flush my underwear, so I don't really like. It's I don't get a
Spencer,
choice.
What did you
tell
do?
me you
What did you
flush
do?
your underwear.
I flush my underwear.
Flush your underwear.
I would have went with that one. When
I see, I would-
I didn't think of
yeah.
that, but when you proposed that option, I was relieved suddenly.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh,
Well, I mean,
okay.
okay, if I put toilet paper in my underpants, so
Yeah.
like I could take them off and put them in my pocket. But I'm not gonna do that. I could leave them on with like toilet paper
Need
in
a
there,
hanky?
but I'm not gonna do that
Oh
because then
my
I have to dance with
goodness.
it all night. I gotta dance, and
put a
so
little-
Yeah,
boogie
and
in it.
if he's
flushed him.
grinding, girl, bends over and he's dancing. She stands up. She's gonna have a spot on her.
yeah. What if
back.
someone starts to grind
On her
on
butt.
me instead of me on them, and
That's what I'm
they get a
saying,
little
yeah.
mark on the front of their pants?
It'd be like
Isn't that what
Superbad. They'll
happens
just-
in
Superbad.
Superbad? Yeah,
She
with
gets her
Emma Stone
period.
or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I
different
remember that
cat.
part. Ew.
Yeah.
But
That's
can I just
exactly
say,
what it'd be like.
I
They just
enjoyed the rest of
poop.
the night. I took my underpants off, I flushed them, I cleaned myself up.
Now
He
this
was freewheeling.
Oh, I
this
was free
brings
balling
me
it all night.
This brings me to another interesting topic: commando.
Yeah. Oh,
Now,
it was free balling.
after that experience, are you
Jesus.
sold on the idea of maybe trying that out more often? Or
I don't feel comfortable.
Okay,
I don't.
okay.
When I like I've done it some at the office. I did it in the witch video, and it's just like.
yeah.
Luckily with pants,
I
it's
know.
like with
Lord.
pants it's a bit better. But when you have shorts, it's like if you sit down like you're like this, like man, this is comfy. You're like your balls are like right there, or your dick's hanging out. You know,
Like
you're
in
doing
Seinfeld.
something. So I don't know.
And Friends.
I
Yeah,
would
Friends.
I would choose.
Oh, yeah,
I like
Friends.
boxer
I love that
briefs.
one.
They keep everything in order, but they don't tighten your balls till you have no voice left. So I don't know. It was a good situation though. I think I got out of it pretty well.
You made it out alive.
I did.
Nice.
And a little shardy.
Yeah, a little sharp.
Yeah, I can't say I've had something that interesting happen to me, but what was that? Daniel,
Your stall
Yes.
story.
let's hear what happened the other day because this one was good
Yeah.
and weird at the same
It
time.
was very strange. Yesterday I was in the at the very end stall. It's pretty much the handicap stall, and I was in there for a bit, and then there was one person who came in, used the urinal, goes out. That's usually what happens when you're sitting in the end stall. And then a guy came in, and just the second he comes in, I hear him start to pee at the urinal, but then I hear just like he's just letting it rip. I do not understand why. Like it was, he just let it rip. He just let it all go. It all came out, and I was like, okay. But while he's peeing, he flushes, and then he keeps peeing, and so I hear him peeing still after the flush, and then he flushes again, doesn't wash his hands, and then lightly opens the door and lightly closes it.
Like he second guessed his movements.
Yeah, I think. Well, and this is confirmed because not 10 seconds after that, I hear the door open hurriedly. He goes into the stall and just lets it rip right next to me.
Wait a second. So, okay, my biggest question is how did you confirm it was the same person?
Because Jordan,
shoes
it was the
and-
exact same farting noise, but I heard it coming out this time.
That's a signature.
He must have sharded. He must have sharded at the toilet.
Who's the singer?
Oh,
He
I
probably
bet
sharted
you-
when he went outside because he farted. He's like, "Man, maybe that's
my
all good."
goodness.
Goes outside. He's like, "Oh, that wasn't too good." Runs
Goes
back
back in.
inside,
So you're
telling
and
me
then it's
this-
like a machine gun firing at a lake. It's just like you just have nothing left to do.
Yeah.
He just
So
he went for a Hail Mary, sat in the stall right next to me, and let it rip.
So did you leave
Man.
during the rips, or did you wait for him to rip the second time?
Yeah,
and
I
then
was
leave?
don't
done. I
leave
was
during a
pretty much done.
performance. You gotta wait it out.
I think the thing that concerns me most is not that because that's understandable. It's the flush during the pee that really gets me.
No. I've seen plenty of people, and they have this weird thing when they go in the bathroom. They just like to sit there and flush the toilet.
Well, it doesn't really. It's not a very rapid flush.
No,
Well,
it's-
people have
it-
talked to you and me about flushing the toilet before.
Yeah, I think it's that old man.
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
usually
always
an old
no. It
man.
makes me not want to flush it. I'm just like, I'm not going to flush it now.
Yeah.
Well, that same old man, he's the one who flushes rapidly. The
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
who,
he
the guy
also
who
Maybe
pretty
he's
much
the one
lives
who
across
shit.
the way. He I think he has OCD or something because he'll flush multiple times, go to the sink,
Then
and
go
then
back
come
and
back and then
flush.
flush more.
The biggest
What's the
thing
point
I
of
want
washing your hands then?
The biggest thing I want to bring up here is
People don't use
Dan
it.
was able to disseminate identify this man purely based off of his flatulence.
But I think
Yeah.
that's understandable
If you're
because
hearing
people
it.
have their
So,
tones.
Are you telling me that
Yeah.
each person's sphincter
Yep.
is designed to create a different tone of fart.
Well, it's not just their sphincter; it's it's what they think. Because some people
It's
restrain
nothing to-
themselves, some people let it go, some people do. There's a lot of different
It's all
variances here
about
and there.
you're talking about muscle control.
Yes.
How well
Yeah.
can you?
It's like a reed on a flute.
Yes.
Well, like,
And
think
you know-
about burping. You know how I burp? It's like a shotgun.
Yeah.
But like some other people in the office, they just kind of burp like it's normal. But if you heard me in the bathroom go like, you'd
guys are
probably
like-
be like, "That's Spencer."
I don't know
Yeah.
why, but on the camera, you guys are turning like purple.
Oh my
You're
God.
turning
Wow.
violet. You guys are slowly
Violet.
turning. No,
Turn
I can fix it.
violet.
No, Spencer, sit down. I'll fix
That's
it.
the wrong
It's
camera.
this one.
Spencer.
I'll fix it. Don't
what
worry
in the
about
world is happening?
Here, okay, we're gonna stay on the main cam for a second.
Wait, we're purple in that one too. I'm turning violet. Violet.
All the
Wow, turn it back.
all the
Wow.
cameras are
Did you manually adjust this way?
yeah, I did.
Oh, where's my
I darn sure did. That's really strange.
Does it?
I'll bring that up later.
But yeah, that's weird. So
sad.
I give you props, Dan, for being able to.
Hold on. I just
Are we
want to show
still
you guys what
purple?
this looks like right now.
What is it? What is it doing?
What?
Here we go.
What do we look like?
That's what the one push. I don't know what's happening to the
So
camera
for
right
people
now.
who are listening on iTunes or Spotify, the screen's completely
Spotify.
blue.
They're
We are-
slowly
Spotify,
turning
sorry.
more and more blue on the
For
camera.
iTunes
iTunes.
or whatever.
Spotify,
Wait, that's what I thought about
eh?
it. Jordan, by the way, a fan wanted you to put the podcast on Spotify.
Oh, I listen to
Do
Spotify.
Spotify is
can
like
stream it.
Pandora, isn't it?
Yeah, but
No.
I like
No,
Spotify.
it's like Rhapsody.
That's like.
I don't know what
Yeah.
Rhapsody
You guys are
is.
gonna be very
It's-
warm.
Okay.
All right, wait, let's see what it looks like now. Oh,
You guys are a lot more.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna be pretty warm. Unfortunately, I can't. Well, I
Why
can
would
try
we
to.
blue, though?
Or
Jittery.
Jordan could try
Yeah.
to tweak it a little
That's
bit.
so confusing.
Sorry about that, everybody.
It's not,
Some weird technical difficulties happening here in the.
I'm
in
blue. Dabba
technician.
dee dabba
We're
die.
just being goofy.
Steph, how does it feel being all alone over there? Because Jordan's not next to you now.
I'm not alone though. Look to my right.
Was that your foot?
Oh yeah, let's look to the
Gee.
right. Jordan adjusting white balance.
It hurt my wrist.
Well, anyway, what's
Just doing
another?
this?
Yeah, 'cause
Any
I
other
look like
stall
that.
stories or anything? Let's get talking celeb stuff, Steph,
Oh.
because there's some major celebrity
Oh.
news
Well.
happening
Celebrities.
recently.
The thing I love about this is Steph wrote down facts on her notepad
My
so that she
notepad.
could know what she was saying.
Yeah, I have two stories.
Ooh.
First.
Story the first.
Dun, 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 dun. I was trying to think of a theme song.
Oi.
So this is the biggest story right now in pop culture and the world. Well, actually, not the world.
Apparently the
But
world, because it's bigger than some
yeah,
actually
a lot
important
of people
news
are
stories.
Seriously reporting this. The Brad and Angelina split.
Okay,
Brangelina
so-
is no more.
I like Jennifer Aniston
Done.
more anyways.
Divorced. Yeah, I like
They said they weren't going to get married until everybody can get married.
They said that.
Yeah.
I don't see horses and people together yet. Why are they
I didn't even know they were married.
I've seen horses and people together.
Ew, what are you watching?
Jordan.
Anyways.
What? They got married. Lady married a horse.
Oh, really?
Someone
Well, you
laid
know
on
what?
I don't-
Somewhere. That's got to happen somewhere, right?
But it's
Good for them.
strictly platonic.
Maybe.
It's just for the tax
Strictly.
exemptions.
Yeah, so that happened. That was a big deal, you know.
What are your thoughts on it, Steph?
Are you sad?
You're supposed to have your own theories, thoughts,
I-
and
Are you just presenting the news? Is that
yes,
what's
that's
happening?
what it sounds like. That's the most boring thing in the world.
You're
What are your
interrupting me.
theories? Why did they split?
So, there have been rumors
He's
that
a whore.
Brad
Sorry.
was
I ruined
substance abusing, and that he also cheated on her with his co-star, and I can't remember her name, but she's in Inception. She's the crazy wife that he
Marianne-
loves.
Al Ghul.
Marianne Cotillard.
Thank you.
Oh, I
there are
don't blame
rumors
him.
that he, you know,
but
they
if
did
he
the
did,
dirty.
that's so awful.
played
I'm not condoning
checkers.
cheating, but
Did you
cheated-
just say I don't blame him if he
I don't
was?
condone cheating.
I mean,
but
have you
Marion
seen her?
Cotillard to
Yeah.
me is more. I don't. Anyways,
Hey, she's smoking.
she's smoking.
But
I like her death.
what?
Her death scene in Batman.
I don't remember. Oh, now I
She's
remember.
she doesn't.
Spoilers.
Yes, I do.
No, you're just saying that.
No, the one with Bane. I know what you're talking about.
Spoilers.
the one
know what you're
with
talking
Bane?
about. Yeah, and the Catwoman, Anne Hathaway, in the
Okay,
leather
just
suit.
keep
Spoilers.
just keep
and she
talking,
gets
Stephanie.
stabbed,
In the
and
room.
she lied. I know what he's talking about, but that's you know, so we will never know why they split. And
We will never know.
Stephanie, make something up.
I have a theory here.
Don't just relay information.
This is all.
This
is
is a
all
conspiracy
propaganda
car.
All right.
to try
No,
to
I'm
distract
cutting
us
this
from
off right
Cut it
now.
off,
Next
producer.
celeb
And-
drama.
Okay, I'd like to just talk about the fact that
Wait, I had
Is
one more
America-
fact.
Oh my goodness.
Angelina wants full custody of all
No one
6
cares.
kids.
Stephanie, make stuff up. Just don't report the news to us. We know the news. We know what's going on. We want to hear your theories and your
Yeah, I don't
different
care about the facts.
hypotheses.
Why do people go to people? They don't go to people to read the facts. They want to read that the queen is cheating on her dead husband. That's what they want to go to people for.
Truth. But I don't have any good theories.
Well, oh my goodness.
I'd like to
theories
think
about
that
what
they
now?
just didn't work out and they had to separate.
Do you see?
51% of marriages end in divorce.
Yeah,
See?
it's not
It
too
just-
surprising.
it
Why did you just bring this up?
And they have
just
6
Because it's a
kids. I'd
huge
get divorced.
story.
Okay,
Pop
okay.
culture.
I'd like to ask the fact: Is
Adele.
America the only country this disgustingly obsessed with their celebrities?
No, other countries are obsessed with our celebrities as well.
countries probably
Our
do.
celebrities or their celebrities?
Ours.
Germany loves David Hasselhoff and
Yeah,
Alf.
I feel like it's.
And America
did
is
you
also
say Alf?
obsessed with the queen.
Yes, Alf.
And all of
Yes.
her little,
Yeah.
little
So it varies.
DNA supplements
you know?
below her.
I don't know. 'Cause, like I don't think I've ever heard of
Bollywood's pretty big too. Not this obsessed,
like
but
the
yeah,
fact
that's
that we
true.
have specific TV channels and like shows based around covering the lives of the celebrities around us.
yeah. No, that's a little. I think it's
Like
kind
I
of
think
sad.
it's weird.
I think it's weird, too.
But I watch it still every day.
Yes, I know. I know
Did you see
do,
George
but-
Clooney? They had a video of him. Someone from CNN interviewed him coming out of like a peace conference or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Do you know this happened?" He's like, "Oh, that's very sad.
Yeah,
they were
he
my
didn't
friends.
know.
Thanks for telling me." And then he was just, they're like, "What do you think?" He's like, "It's very sad. I'm sorry it happened."
guy.
And it was
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, why
A
leave
lot of
George Clooney
celebrities
alone?"
are giving their piece about it. Adele even dedicated a concert to them.
To Brangelina?
Yes, for
When?
their split.
Hey, what?
Wait, what?
Just recently,
Make sure
she
it
was like,
goes
"I'm
through.
very sad to hear about it," and then she dedicated her.
Well, is it like
show
for
to it.
charity? Are they gonna give to
No,
the kids?
she was just like, I'm sad for them. And
Wait,
then
so
she
she's gonna.
did her show
I
for
feel like I
them.
want to make some more money, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I think
Well,
she's
Adele's
trying to go after
really
Brad.
good at breakup songs, so
I think she's going after
That's the
Brad.
next untapped market for Taylor
I
Swift
just
and Adele.
realized
Oh,
Angelina
Taylor
is
Swift and
single
Brad
now.
can get together now. Taylor
I
Swift
love
and
Tay.
Brad.
What'd you
Joe's
say?
shooting for
They-
Angelina now.
Oh,
She's
she's
kind
free.
of crazy though, isn't she?
That's all right.
She's beautiful though.
She's
I
a
want
little
that
too
side
skinny for
But
me.
just know, if she gets custody, you're gonna get 6 kiddos.
Hell yeah.
her cheekbones could cut a man.
She
Yes.
wants custody. I'm just going to hang out.
Okay. You do
He's
you.
like the pool boy that you bring by, and every now and then it's like, huh, yeah, I mean, why not?
I wonder what she'd be like
You're
to
just
get high
there
with
in her
if
big
you're
old
just sitting
mansion.
and chatting with her, because she's so.
She's
She'd
weird.
probably just
She's
watch
so
Netflix.
light. She would get destroyed
I know,
by
that's what I'm saying,
like a
like-
J or something like that.
Well, I don't see her with a huge
By a
personality
J.
By a
either. so-
J?
By a J.
I don't allow that
street
kind of
word for joy.
slang. That kind of
I love it.
slang talk
I love
on
it.
this podcast.
Slang.
I had a Claritin a little while ago, and for some reason,
Is it hitting you?
Tell me
so
this
y'all
Claritin
talk
hint.
amongst yourselves,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna hang out.
So Angela
Okay.
could get destroyed by a doobie.
Oh my goodness.
The Doobie Brothers.
Unbelievable. Okay, so
Yeah.
next
You mean a
time,
D?
She's gonna
Stephanie,
get Cheech
the
and
D.
Chonged.
Ooh.
next time, Stephanie, please
Yeah.
have a little bit more entertainment around the celebrity news because I want to hear the gossip. I don't want
I
to hear
am
the facts.
gossiping.
This isn't gossip. This is just like, so they got divorced and it was really sad, and then
You know
she
what I
wants
heard?
I
custody.
gossiped. He's supposedly going after Selena Gomez. That was also another.
You know what
rumor.
I
Okay,
heard?
dress it up a little bit.
I heard that Selena Gomez made Brad Pitt get a dick piercing.
You hear that? See, that is making up.
Is that real?
is
I'm
making
not
up some
spreading
stuff right there.
rumors.
Did you hear that? See, Joe questioned it.
real?
He was like, "Is that
That's real?
real?"
I better tweet
because
about it.
Spencer made something
Joe's
up on the
on
spot. So
Claritin
try it
right
And
again.
guess what? It vibrates.
Stephanie.
Selena's like, I want that vibrating dick pleasure.
Stephanie.
Maybe
Just
Spencer
saying.
took
Stephanie.
over this. Yeah.
Make up a story as to why Selena Gomez may be Brad Pitt's next fling.
I would personally would rather have Taylor Swift. and
Oh my
Brad Pitt
goodness,
together.
you're not doing it right.
Because-
You're not
Ariana
doing it right
Grande.
at all.
Like, why would
No,
you pick
because
Selena
Ariana Grande
Gomez?
is taken.
Yeah,
She's
but Selena Gomez with Justin Bieber, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do.
Is it-
Like she could go from Justin Bieber to Brad Pitt. That's a huge step up. If she does that, good for her.
I lost my train of thought.
Pop filter.
How's that Claritin hit?
Is
you?
it Grand or Grande?
Grande?
Grande.
Like a
like-
Grande Starbucks coffee.
Okay.
So she's
licked
Italian?
donuts inside
Yeah, probably.
America's
She's
fat.
with Mac Miller and his sweet
She
snapbacks.
is a donut licker.
Oh my. Wait, she's with Mac
That was
Miller?
a really big
Yeah.
story. Yeah, she is.
Okay, I think celebrity news is over.
Wait, no, I had another
Oh
big
my
story
goodness.
that
Okay.
tops
Who's Mac
this
Miller?
one.
What's the big story,
Is
Stephanie?
this a scoop?
This is Justin.
Oh yeah.
Dun 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 dun. The Weeknd has
Dun,
cut
dun, dun,
his
dun, dun, dun,
hair. The Weeknd has cut his hair.
Who's the Weekend?
He's a rapper.
So the
Oh my
weekend,
goodness.
every
had
single
octopi
time
hair.
I've seen this atrocity
It's
on
like
screen,
the-
and
Thank
God he cut his hair.
nasty.
Looks so much
It
better.
looks
Maybe
like
I'm
a
watching,
dead
that might make
cat
me
was
feel
on
bad.
top of his
Yeah.
head.
So when
Oh,
he'd
really?
sing, he'd be like, and it'd wiggle. You know that dog video where they put the big spider on the dog and he runs around and like wiggles like this?
Oh yeah.
It looks
That's
like
what
that.
it looks like, but on his head.
He didn't keep it.
No, he shaved it
No,
off,
he
and now he has like
shaved
a
it.
high top fade.
For
It
his
looks real
new
good.
album, yeah. But
Looks
it's
real
gone.
good.
So
Cool.
I'm pretty upset.
Glad he got rid of that. Do you
I'm more
think
upset about
now?
that
Do you
than-
think he cut it off and he had them save it in like a little like aquarium?
A jar?
Yeah, aquarium.
It
Yeah,
wouldn't
no.
fit in a jar, but in
Yeah.
an aquarium he could actually make it look like an animal's in there. So whenever
Someone
someone
could live
comes
in it.
over,
What if it calcifies and hardens into like a livable environment for fish?
Like coral.
Ooh.
Like
Oh,
a
yeah,
reef.
It
it
could
looks
just
like
be coral, yeah,
It
yeah.
looks like
Oh,
coral.
The Weekend Reef.
You know, I
I
heard,
would go see
The
that.
reef.
I heard Brad Pitt is Ariana Grande's actual father, and so them getting together is incest.
Like that mom that married her son and her daughter.
Yeah.
What if she's her own mother
Hey, you could
from
do
the
a bubble
future? I don't know.
everything's possible these days. So Joe,
now I'm done.
you might
I know
recognize.
this
Yeah,
is-
I'm gonna move on real quick from this. You might recognize Joe's voice is a little bit different and scratchy.
What happened, Joe?
And that's because of me. Now there's
oh my lord.
Oh,
yeah, no, there's
That's
so there's
nice.
a rampant sickness that is still going around the office. I started, let's see, it was like last Friday.
Last
Yeah, because
Thursday.
it was last
Catch 'em
Thursday.
all.
I woke up and my throat hurt.
Claim
And I
it
was
too.
like, shoot, this isn't good. And of course, the next day I woke up, I felt
Breathed on
miserable.
everything.
My throat hurt so bad, but we had a bunch of scheduled appointments that day, so I had to go out. And I didn't tell anyone this, but I came back after that and just kind of breathed over everyone's keyboards
You know what may
and
have
mice
happened? I
and
may have
stuff.
asked you to check the mics.
You were hacking
I was
on
just
our
hacking.
I was
computers.
like,
Just
Jordan,
that
can you check
time.
every mic in the
I'm
office?
in.
He's like,
So
Jordan,
my
the problem is you have to stop making out with everybody.
yeah, well, that's just
What?
it's hard.
yes,
to
And
and
do.
stop being so
coughing
good
out
at it
loud.
then.
But after my sickness had ran its course, which hit me during the weekend, so I was miserable all weekend. Yeah, that's when I watched all the Game of Thrones.
Yes,
and it was-
hashtag blame Jordan.
yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, after that weekend, I got back and I was better, and I was just like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then it didn't. It took until when was it? About that next Thursday, and it hit Joe. So this past
Yeah.
Thursday, it hit Joe, and he wasn't feeling too great. And then Alex started feeling it, and Alex is just about to leave on vacation at this point.
He's
so
still
he's
sick.
just
He's
like,
still sick on his
"Ugh."
vacation because of
So
Jordan.
Alex is sick on his vacation. Joe got sick
got Sam
over the
sick.
weekend.
You got
Sam
Sam
got
sick.
sick
You
over
got
his
Mel sick.
birthday,
Yep,
and then
Mel's
Mel
sick
was
today.
sick today. And
And Low sick.
I haven't seen Lo in a while though.
But it's your fault. Hashtag blame Jordan.
It's not my fault. I'm not
It's
spreading
Jordan's
this to
fault.
the entire
Jordan.
Metro
My-
Denver
And
area.
now-
My lymph nodes are feeling a little bit swollen right now, and my
So-
throat's feeling a little bit tense. And I feel like tomorrow when I wake up, I'm gonna be like,
So
Don't
Blame
fuck
Jordan.
around with this shit.
no,
It's
I'm gonna
not
take some.
fun.
I'm gonna take like 4 packets of emergency just powder.
That would kill you
Cold
before
snap.
the
Cold
cold
snap
did.
is really good too.
I'm gonna take
But-
one in a cup of water.
Just
I'm lucky I've dodged a
Take
bullet
it
because
easy.
Joe and I hang out practically every
Put your
night.
cheeks.
So I there was I think last week there was a point where my voice is starting to sound like I'm sick right now. Oh, I'm sick now. Never mind.
anyway, I
Dun,
have
dun, dun.
effectively gotten the one half of the bullpen all sick.
Yep.
And now I'm working on the other half, and surprisingly, the opposite bullpen
it's
side.
like a project for you.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying
gets
to make
enjoyment
sure.
from it.
Like
He's
I was
sick.
trying to.
Wait,
It was
have
kind of
you
like one of
gotten
those
sick yet?
things.
No, I haven't gotten sick, and I've been around him the
High
entire
five.
time.
It was kind of like one of those things where
know.
you know I didn't want anyone to get sick, but once they started getting sick, I was just like,
It was a
well,
goal.
might as well complete the entire office at
I
that
hope you,
point.
and you know, like
Unbelievable.
with achievements, when you get like 7 out of 8. I hope you don't get one of us.
That'd be really sad.
Don't give me.
You don't.
That'd be really sad.
That's
so
impressive.
now
I know.
I probably have a few days here to get these 3
Well,
sick.
I don't
which
think
is
you're
Dan,
contagious
Spencer,
anymore.
and-
You have to hope on other people spraying it for you.
Yes.
Because Sam lives with me, so he's
That's
probably gonna get
true.
me
So
sick.
hopefully he can
Oh, yeah.
hit you. So hopefully those lymph nodes.
Hopefully
just
Joe
blow
got
up
Dan.
like a
Luckily,
balloon.
it's not strep.
Yeah.
Because that's super contagious.
Strep
this
sucks,
is
yeah. I
and
used to
then
get strep all
you
the
just gotta
time.
wait that out.
Yeah.
And antibiotics.
Oh,
and
Steph, someone
stuff.
said that high five just spread the sickness. I may have just gotten you sick.
Dun dun dun.
We
Wait,
can track
can
it
I
back
look
in slow mo
dramatically
where
into
it's
I
his
think
like,
it's because you've sampled the culture throughout its progression. That's why you've built an immunity to it.
I think so.
You're closest to the source.
Yeah.
Well, I've already had this. Like a while ago, I was so sick I like couldn't swallow without it, like being sear pain and wanting to cry.
How long
Oh,
ago
that was it then.
That was
It's but that was
months
a while ago. That
It
was a
a
few
long
months
time
ago.
So you're the origin.
So
Maybe.
that
Maybe I've been
it
doing
could
this
have
the
laid
entire
dormant.
time.
It
I
could
feel
have
like
laid dormant the
I feel
entire
like you
time.
coughed onto like a little culture thing and let it like hibernate for a little bit and then just like spread it around the office.
I would never do such a thing.
Yeah, she would.
No,
She
I wouldn't.
would. But yeah, sickness sucks. But you know,
You get a lot of Netflix and
Yeah,
I
that's
watched
true.
a lot of Tested.
what did you watch?
Tested.
Oh,
what's that?
I completely
It's basically
zoned
like
out. What is it?
like
Adam
it's the-
Savage. It's like MythBusters, but just with
Oh.
Adam and his little YouTube team.
Sounds like the street
Okay.
word for intestines. Do you
That's
got any
it.
You got
testing?
any tested?
I'm kind of hoping I get sick 'cause I want to play NBA.
Goodness, you just want an excuse to stay home from work.
Just
you slacker.
fake sick. Like,
Hey,
I'm
I've
sick.
come in
Don't
through
give 'em
some
that
thick
idea.
and thin. You've seen me come in and I'm just like before.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty
You're like that
miserable
Voldemort
Spencers.
baby.
It was pretty disgusting.
That's
But
just-
yeah, so sickness spreading throughout the office. But I'm glad that we will hopefully get sickness out of the way before winter starts, and then none of us will get sick the rest of
I'm
the
so
winter.
excited.
You're
Yeah,
after
for
travel
winter.
season too.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
What? You're not excited for winter?
No.
It's
I don't
Christmas. And we
I know,
have
but I don't like all
Halloween
the snow.
and Thanksgiving.
I'm over the
I do
snow.
like those two. And
I'm
Halloween.
I
just
think
so
every other
excited for the
day Joe
holidays.
has lamented about winter coming soon.
I have that
Winter is coming.
whatever you call it. I like
Cabin
flowers
fever?
and sunshine and
No, I'm the
moderate
same way,
temperature.
but I love the holidays.
I don't like harsh, wet, dirty snow.
Yeah.
But like you said, Dan, when it's nice and white, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fresh
but the
snowfall
worst thing
is
is
the
the day
best.
after where all the dirt and
The
salt that got
slush.
kicked up into it's all black.
It's
and
melting my
Yeah.
truck. Like it's literally like melting it. It might fall. I'm worried it's gonna like just go, like slump, like snap in the
Sink
middle.
down in the middle.
And I'll just be like, oh.
It's like, well, still
Help.
moves. Then
Yeah.
you're driving down as it's just like bowed right in the middle.
Yeah.
That'd work out pretty well.
I hope.
Wait, Dan, did you say winter's coming?
Winter's coming.
So I was on Amazon and I was looking at this T-shirt and it says Game of Bones and it's like dinosaur bones. But it's
I was hoping for a
I'm going
different,
somewhere
dirtier
I
reference.
believe
Well,
she
no, I
also
am.
found the Game of Thrones porno,
Yeah,
Game
and
of
it
Bones.
says Game of Bones and under it says winter is coming.
Oh,
Oh.
But guess how much it was?
how much?
$175.
Oh.
Means
Yeah.
it was a collector's
And it only
item.
had 1 star. One guy said he couldn't get it up or something.
Oh, no,
He
I
said he
didn't read
couldn't
it.
even get hard. So I was like,
What?
shoot.
How do you not
He
get?
was-
You can
he
get
was
hard
too
by just
enthralled.
watching Game of Thrones.
He was probably
I
too
know.
enthralled by the story. See, that's the thing. You know, they've already done all the sex in the show, so when it comes to the porno, they just have to make the story.
If you're looking
And
to
that's
Game
it.
of Thrones to get you going, that could be a risk. It's like a coin flip. You could either have like a great like super erotic episode, or you could have someone getting like completely mauled to death. So, I mean, if you want to gamble on it, you really could. But
No.
It's almost like the risky gamble of the is this going to be a poop or a fart?
yeah,
Yeah.
That's a
I'd say
pretty
if you're
risky
feeling it, if
gamble.
you're like, oh, I'm there, pause it, come back later.
Are you guys saying that Game of Thrones is the sharding of masturbation?
Yes.
Oh,
Game of
good
Thrones
Lord.
is the sharting of masturbation. You've heard it here first,
Hashtag.
folks.
Can we call this episode? Can we call this episode of the Hubcast the sharding of masturbation?
Yes, I like it. People will love it. I would click on that.
I'd click
wouldn't
on it,
click
too.
on that. I'd run away.
Oh, I'd
No, you
click on
wouldn't.
That's
it.
a terrifying title. Oh my goodness. Title.
I just hit my mic.
Oh goodness.
I got lip gloss on it.
Has there been anything else that's happened like in the world of anything in the past week or so?
Wait,
No,
repeat
nothing's
that.
happened, Jordan.
Nothing is
Anything
going
interesting?
NBA 2K came out.
No, that's not interesting.
Oh, they announced a new Pokemon.
on. Oh,
That's not
Jesus.
interesting
What's
either.
its name?
They have an orangutan one, and his name is like Orangu, and he's adorable.
That's
Like-
real original.
He's adorable.
That's real
Like-
original.
Oh, wait,
Orangus.
I have a
You said
picture
he's
of him.
adorable and reach for your crotch.
Are
and I
we
was like,
Well, he's on my
I have a
phone. He's
question.
my
I have a
background.
question real quick.
Wait
Is
a
it
minute.
is it
him?
orangutan
Wow.
or orangutan?
I say orangutan.
tan. There's no
Hey,
G.
Steph.
Or tang? I don't know.
Orangutan.
Ew.
He's
Yeah.
adorable.
That thing looks like it's gonna rape me in my
Show the
sleep.
camera, Spencer.
He looks
Show
like
the camera.
Did you-
a Adventure
No,
Time
you can
character.
sit there, Spencer. All right. He's coming very close.
I
like an
think
Adventure
that
Time
thing
character. Now
looks
he's
gonna mess the
creepy.
auto adjust on
Please
it.
tell me that you guys
Orambe.
agree that.
Orambe.
I like that.
That's some funny Orambe
They probably
stuff.
did that on.
And then they also announced another monkey who's a rugby player.
What in
And
the
he has a
world?
coconut.
Okay, yeah. See, this is the thing. Pokemon has turned into this disgusting
I don't-
Digimonic like.
What do you mean?
Digimon.
The Digimonic
Fuck
is a
Digimon.
combination of
Explain-
demonic and
okay,
Digimon.
It's
explain
departed
me
from
what
its original
Voltorb is.
charm.
What's Voltorb?
Voldemort?
Voltorb.
The ball.
Voltorb is an electrical
Electric ball.
ion
He's a
ball.
Pokeball with shock.
That's clever. Do you guys even watch my Pokemon
Spencer.
design video?
No, I haven't watched your Pokemon design video. Spencer.
That's why we're lost.
Spencer,
I
do
like
you
Dan
realize?
producing.
I just hate the blatant hate it gets. People will look at one design and then
I'm
just be
sick
like,
and
"Oh,
tired.
this sucks."
I'm
No,
sick
the
and tired
rugby
of
shit.
What's
Like,
wrong with the rugby stuff?
I don't know. You're right.
I'm just
Like,
take it
I don't
back.
understand what the issue is. It's a monkey playing
I
rugby,
no longer
sure,
have an opinion
but he
about
just has a
this.
coconut with it's. Who cares?
I'm sure it's
You and I
it's
talked
just-
about this. I think it was yesterday because
Yeah.
we were
Next, they're gonna
talking
be
about
like,
these.
"Hey, this is what's his fuck? He fly. He's a pilot.
He's a flight attendant.
You can catch him, and you can go. You can get on any
I think they're all cute.
United
I'm
Airlines
just stuck in
flight.
my time. So I like the classic Pokemon, the ones I grew
Yeah,
up with
that
and loved and played
element-
Pokemon
they're
That's
Snap.
what I was
elemental.
saying.
So you like what you
But
know.
they're
You
I
know
was
what's
saying,
changed.
I was saying I've
I
never
guess,
once in
yeah.
my life been excited for a new Pokemon because I liked the original Pokemon.
That's-
and
But I don't-
Yeah.
I just didn't like the expansion of it, and it just
Yeah.
I don't know. Not that there was a rhyme or reason ever to any of the Pokemon to begin with. It's just I was used to those, and I don't
no,
like
and
changes.
I
It
understand
scares
that.
me.
I just think the logic is to not that I understand why you only like that. It's just whenever I don't know, people are always just super negative about new Pokemon. I don't know why.
Because it's departed from the original charm.
How?
Yeah.
What's
It's
the
like
original
the new
charm?
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
That there were 150 Pokemon, there were some legendaries, there was this rite of passage, you're 10 years old, you go out, you
You gotta
catch these
catch them all.
elemental, these
I think
animals.
there's a
It's the same
creatures
thing.
analogy that could be made here.
What?
People, the makeup of the group has changed over time. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people don't like change. Some people like it the way it was. That's kind of
Has
how
there ever
it was.
been a Pokemon?
That's why I don't
That's true.
see. This is why I don't understand. Like I
Is
get
there-
that because I love the original 150. And I
Yeah.
get the charm with it. I get the nostalgia. But then it's like all this new stuff is so great, and a lot of it's even better. They've introduced a lot of new mechanics that make the game better. The game systems better. I don't know if you've ever played Red and Blue. Those
See,
games look
but
like
you're
trash.
I think you're talking about it from a
looking at
game.
Pokemon as a game, though.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
looking at it as a show. I like the show
As
as
a
a
hate
it's
the
skewed,
show.
it's skewed far more to kiddie. But my love was the show, not the game.
The show,
The anime's always been pretty bad,
is what
though.
people love before the game. Because I grew up with the show and then the game
Oh,
came out.
see, I was always a game
I'm the same
person,
way.
and the show's always. I don't know if you've
Or is
seen
it vice
Ash.
versa? I
Ash
don't
is
know.
an idiot.
Oh yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think there's a regulatory?
Have you seen Origins? Sorry, I mean,
Origins is great.
It's pretty cool.
That's
like
fan-
watching
That's how I
it.
wish the anime was.
Yeah, because like it's very, it's just. I only watched like part of the first episode, but it was interesting to see how closely they skirted to like Red and Blue.
Oh yeah, no, and
That was like-
they have a new series called Generations that they're releasing until December, and it's just like mini stories in the same style. But no, like if you want to watch a good Pokemon anime, watch Pokemon Origins. It's on
Okay.
YouTube and their website.
Is
I'll give it a chance.
It's pretty good. It's really short too. It's 4 episodes.
has there ever been a Pokemon that's a Pokemon trainer?
No,
Is there a rule?
Make one, Joe.
like a Pokemon. There's Pokemon that are with
Because
other
you can
Pokemon.
play rugby. Then what can you not do? What can a Pokemon not
That's
do?
viciously, withholding their rights of not letting them play and do other professions. My
Yeah.
question is, do you think there's a regulatory committee that fights for the rights of Pokemon as well as regulates the hunting patterns of Pokemon?
Team Galactic.
Because
Or
basically,
no, Team.
That's a Pokemon trainer.
Yeah, Team Galactic. I
so
think.
so Pokemon are animals.
No, Team Plasma. Sorry, it's Team Plasma. They fight for the rights of Pokemon.
Okay.
Because that was the whole game.
Well, I don't want the rights of Pokemon. I'm more so interested in the hunting aspect of Pokemon. Now, if I were in the Pokemon world, I would have one of those safari hats and I would have a big old gun. And I'd go around.
Jordan's gonna hunt them down.
and just blow
I'd
the
hunt 'em
heads
down.
off.
Now, I wonder, and this would make an incredible Pokemon game. I'm kind of considering looking into it, hunting Pokemon for sport. But do you think there is...
There's a game called Pokemon Ranger.
Can you hunt and kill Pokemon?
No, you're friends with them.
Oh, okay, that's stupid.
There's no hunting Pokemon
Yes,
game.
no.
There's
But the thing
Pokemon
is,
Snap where you take pictures.
how do
You shoot
regulate...
them with
It's
your
called Big
camera.
Game Hunter.
How do you
Yeah.
regulate the population of Pokemon?
You catch them.
And
No,
you
no,
put
no,
them in
what do you-
Bill's PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, you let them rot for eternity.
So you're telling me that it's more humane to get a Pokemon and stuff it inside a computer than it is to shoot it and eat the...
They have an
Oh,
entire
you know it,
virtual
Jordan.
realm in there.
Oh, Jordan.
No, I always thought that was
It's
weird
so
too. I actually
cool.
never had too many Pokemon in my PC. I'd always release them because I felt bad.
Because what is the ecosystem of Pokemon? Do they hunt and
You're
kill each
looking
other?
so
Do they have other
You're looking
animals
way
that
too
they
into
hunt?
this.
This is-
No.
you're
Do
looking
they
way
have
too
a
into
digitized life inside the ball.
Yes, they do.
Like,
Oh.
I think
red
so. I will
energy or
say,
something.
they've been confirmed
I
a
don't
couple
know.
times that like they have something inside.
They
of there.
shrink
they have like a
I don't know
molecular
exactly.
And then they live
conversion
in the ball.
that sends them into the Pokeball to
Little
like live a
mirrors and
different
stuff.
life instead of just squashing them. But I want to know how in the world can a sustainable
just squashing
ecosystem
them.
how can a sustainable ecosystem exist in the Pokemon world when there's so many different types of Pokemon that are running around and supposedly don't even hunt and kill each other?
Well, they do. Pokemon eat each other.
They
They don't show it very often, but
I
they
wanna
have.
see
They
that.
show
Eat
humans eating
berries.
Magikarp.
Good. I want to
Oh.
see that.
I didn't think you
wanna
could eat
see
a
that.
Magikarp.
Is
They sell them in
Magikarp
the
like a
first game.
salmon?
You can buy Magikarp. You can buy Slowpoke Tail to eat.
Man, I would eat
I
so
didn't know
much
that.
Slowpoke
What?
tail.
Wait, in which game?
Would that be
In the
good?
first one.
I feel like that'd
Damn.
be really
Well, in the
fatty
Team
meat.
Rocket hideout, they take hold of the bunch of Slowpokes and they cut their tails off and sell them.
Can you
And
just
it's supposed
do
to be
they,
that's why you're supposed to hate them initially.
do they kill
Oh, I
the
didn't know that.
Slowpokes or just cut their tails off?
Maybe they just cut their tails off.
Okay.
They do kill
Sorry.
the Magikarp. You can buy Magikarps to eat though.
I was just thinking a bunch of Slowpokes running around with no tail.
Well, they have there's a cute little cartoon of a Slowpoke without a tail, and he was all sad because he couldn't evolve. Because the way they evolve is a Shelder
Yeah,
clamps
'cause
onto
the
their
Shelder
tail.
gets their tail.
But instead, it goes on his head and he becomes Slowking.
Oh, I didn't know there was even another slow Pokemon.
You're gonna think he looks stupid, and he is kind of stupid. He looks cool, except he has a little parasail around his neck
Oh,
And a hat,
I
right?
didn't know
and a
any
big
of
old
this.
like shell on his head.
Until I see a Pokemon game where you get to hunt and trophy these Pokemon, I'm going to
Could
be
you imagine just going
disappointed.
over to Jordan's house and he's got like the Taurus head like above his fireplace, little
Yeah.
Magikarp on the.
Jordan, I have
Like
something
down right
exciting
there?
for you.
What's
Guess what they
exciting?
do have
Oh,
at games? You know, do you like dog shows?
Yes.
No.
They have Pokemon shows where you can train your Pokemon. You can dress them up in little
Oh, and
outfits,
shampoo
make them all
all
cute.
pretty.
Yep.
I like
Can Pikachu
that.
play
Sorry.
rugby with the other rugby Pokemon?
No, see, the Pokemon just based on a rugby player. They don't necessarily
Oh.
play rugby.
What is the
Okay.
level of sentience in Pokemon?
like how smart are they?
How smart are Pokemon? In equivalence
Depends
to
on the Pokemon.
animals.
There's Slowpoke and then there's Mewtwo. So I mean, it's kind of like
Okay,
about
so
Mewtwo
Psyduck?
can like has
Mewtwo can
telepathy.
communicate, yeah.
So can like Lucario and some other Pokemon.
Okay, so you wouldn't want to kill those.
Well, they
Why?
probably kill you first.
Yeah.
You're saying that
In your
a
sleep.
Pokemon could kill me before I shoot it.
Yeah.
You two
Yeah.
could catch your bullet and
He
send
can
it right
counter
back
you.
at you.
It'd
How
be
can
like,
he counter me? He wouldn't know it's coming. He'd be like shaving or something, and I'd shoot him.
It'd be
You
like
shoot?
Jurassic
He doesn't
Park.
have hair.
Plug the kill.
So you think he shaves every day so he doesn't have hair?
Well, they're kind of
Mewtwo. I saw this, like it was a clip or like just a screenshot from the first Pokemon movie, and Mewtwo was remarking, he's like, "I now see it's not the circumstances of one's birth that dictates your value; it's what you do," or something like that. So that came from.
a good
Pokemon.
quote.
He was made by man though.
And
he
they
was
also
a
tortured
derivative
him a
of
little
Mew.
bit, and he broke free, and he probably killed some people because the whole thing
was
building
pissed.
You
exploded.
tell me,
Yeah.
are Pokemon a evolutional existence or were they created in a lab?
Jordan, what is it called
the-
when a Pikachu blanks into a Raichu?
Yes, no, but how did they start?
It tumbles into a Raichu.
They don't really look that too much. It's a
Cartwheels.
kid's game.
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense. See, I want to extend this beyond just kids. I want to see what the mature side of Pokemon
See, I
is.
feel
Well,
like
when
you
the
want that
mommy
trucking
Pikachu
sim
loves
company
daddy
to make you a
Pikachu.
Pokemon sim.
How did Pokemon start though? How did they? How
What
did they
came
start?
first, the chicken or the
so
egg?
the thing is in the Pokédex entry, they say that every Pokemon descended from Mew,
Yeah.
and Arceus made Mew.
What's
and Gyar-
Arceus?
It's the god Pokemon.
There's a god Pokemon.
Wait,
Yeah.
where does this come in?
He can be any type. What do
This
you
is
mean?
getting
Who's
really,
Arceus?
really deep.
Arceus is the god Pokemon. He's introduced in Gen 4, and he's
See,
the creator
that's
of
what I don't
everything.
like is when they introduce stuff later
I
that comes
didn't-
back
yeah.
and modifies the original shit.
Retroactive.
I don't like that either.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
that's my.
And I'm not saying
problem with the new
Pokemon's
stuff.
perfect.
Follow.
I'm just saying every time like I share a design on Twitter or to someone in person, it's always shat on. And I'm always just kind of like, I just want to show you a cute like design. Like it's just a fucking orangutan. Like
I'm sorry.
who-
but
like
you
if this
look
was in
scary.
Gen 1, it would have been okay. Why is it not okay now?
Because it's not Gen 1.
And this
and
is my
that's
problem
why
with the games.
There's a problem.
Gen 1 Master
And they don't let you kill them.
set.
People don't like things and they'll let you know it the second they don't like it.
Yeah, and again, like I have
I
no
don't like
problem if you
change.
do enjoy
No, I do.
only Gen 1 because I get that. I love Gen 1. Gen 2 is my favorite, but Gen 1's really solid and it started everything. So I get why people mainly like that. It's just the negativity I receive from that. I just think the negativity is kind of unwarranted.
Okay, understandable.
But I love Gen 1.
He made his
Understandable.
claim.
And check out Pokemon Origins. It's fantastic.
So let Nintendo's next game be a game where you get to hunt Pokemon.
Yes, I would
Oh my
actually play
gosh,
that.
After all that.
That would be pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Pokemon
Hunter.
Ranger, you do capture Pokemon with a net.
No,
But you don't kill them.
No.
Well,
I
or
would
do
be
you
fine.
you circle around them with a stylus? It's really stupid.
Oh.
You don't capture the Pokemon. I'm telling you, these Pokemon could have healing qualities in their meat. You could be eating these
if you
Pokemon
lived
meat.
back in
Dan,
the
give us a good
1800s, you'd be a
segue.
snake oil salesman.
Huh?
Give us a good segue. Get us out of here.
So Jordan said I could talk about us going to see Coheed earlier, but then
About
it's not
this
even on the
Pokemon.
list. I don't even know what he was talking about.
Yeah, no, I forgot
You
to
talk about
mention
that.
it.
But yeah,
Talk
Joe
on
and,
your
I, Joe and I are going to see Coheed tonight if he
Yeah.
doesn't die on the way there.
We'll see.
That Claritin will pull him through the night.
So yeah, we're going to go see
Exactly.
Coheed.
Or send us
I'm
careening
super
off the
excited.
mountain.
It's the entire reason why. If you don't know who Coheed and Cambria is, they're an alternative rock band. They're fucking amazing.
They're very good.
Joe introduced me to Coheed years and years and years back.
Yeah, back in like 2004.
Yeah, because I wasn't in the rock band scene, and then you sent me "Welcome Home," and I was like, ding, 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 ding. I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome. Then I hear "You Could Not," and I'm like, oh my god, he ruined the song by singing.
That's where you start, and then it caramelizes.
Yeah, Claudio is he's very standoffish. But anyway, yeah, we're going to go see Coheed and Cambria in.
but just to clarify,
Boulder,
his
and
voice is
super
great.
excited.
It has to caramelize on you.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I love.
Let him
I love
caramelize
his,
on
I
you,
love his
and-
voice. I love his inflection, the way he says stuff, the way he breaks up the lyrics. Because the way he sings is he'll break up sentences like midway through the sentence and make it sound like the sentence is over, and then sing the rest of the sentence, so it makes it sound like it doesn't make sense. But it's pretty cool. I like.
Yeah,
I love Coheed.
Claudio is a very creative dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're gonna go see Coheed. That's why we had to do the podcast early today.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing Diane for next week
Oh, it's next
on
week.
Tuesday.
Jep-
Lucky
Will
you.
Will you take a video of Yolandi?
If-
I want to hear what she sounds like live.
Yeah.
My name's Yolandi.
Oh, that's her voice. Have you ever seen an interview with her?
Yeah,
She talks like
I was,
this.
The other night when they were recording here really late, I was watching a bunch of their stuff, and I just was mesmerized by her. I don't know if I like her, but I just can't look away.
No, I mean they're not.
she's a lot to take in.
I think they're very. I like them musically a lot, but I don't know. I think I like them the most because I think they're extremely unique in a sea of people that are very generic. So that's why I like them.
Yeah, no, I can respect.
They
that.
stand.
talk like this.
They definitely stand out for sure.
Hello, Chippy.
They also have Neil Blomkamp in like 4 of their songs. They drop his name. They're like
really?
Neil Blomkamp put us in a movie.
Oh.
That was the wrong
During the
accent.
song.
Yeah, they dropped Neil Blomkamp's name like 4 times.
Oh, wow. That's pretty
And then
crazy.
they put those songs into the movie, so it's
So
Yeah,
Neil
that's
weird.
bad.
Blomkamp,
Meta
yeah,
stuff,
that's a
yeah.
little bit strange that they anyway.
Zeph.
But yeah, so I hope you guys
Zest
have
for life.
fun. I was actually supposed to get a haircut today, but then the person that does my hair, Lo, is sick. Like Steph mentioned earlier. So
Son
I was
of
on
a
my way driving to
bitch.
it, and I'm just like, okay, well, never mind. So my hair continues to.
Well, did you call to
Evolve.
make an appointment for tomorrow? Because you're supposed to make an appointment.
No,
for tomorrow.
I'll get that done.
You know, Jordan,
eventually.
I saw some comments voicing some concern over your hair.
Okay.
That's all
This
I had
is
to
okay.
say.
This is what Jordan does. Jordan will
You know,
complain about
Jordan-
his hair forever.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Steph.
you're good. You can continue.
I was gonna say while you were saying Lo is sick, I heard faintly in the background Sam going.
Oh,
Man,
Poor
the
Sam.
sickness is real here in Colorado. I
Oh,
think it's
yeah.
going to spread a lot faster than we can
too.
imagine. It's going to be pretty rough. Let's go to some emails.
All right, emails. Let me pull out my phone.
Are we not playing the game?
Wait, we gotta sing our theme song. It's email time. It's
Well, we got-
email time. You
Ew.
can't wait.
No.
You can't wait till it's email time. email time.
Please sing that, and then Joe go, "Oh yeah."
Steph, I don't know if Joe and I are gonna have time
Oh, to play the game.
to play the game before we have to go because it's
Whoa.
4.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
I wasn't
We'll
ready.
do
Yeah,
it next
the
time.
game can wait till next time. There's going to be there'll be a game we can play sometime.
That'll be really
So,
fun.
Okay.
Let's go over a couple emails before these guys have to jet off.
Right.
Okay.
Could you talk for a second while I get this?
Yeah, I can talk
Wait,
for
I
a
can
second.
sing the extended version
No,
of it.
no,
Yeah.
no,
wait,
Spencer,
let's
please.
practice it.
email
No, stop it.
All right, we're good.
Okay, we're
All right,
good.
so this is from Joseph,
sing
who's
that
actually in
every
the chat right now. Zeroku123.
Okay.
Joseph asks features you would like to see added to Overwatch.
Ooh,
Oh, well,
I'm cutting to the 2 Overwatch players.
they used to have.
cut to me.
Oh God, sorry, my voice squeaked. They used to have a feature which was avoid this player that they took out of the game. I think that's an invaluable feature that they should put back in the
What
game.
is it?
Avoid this player. You used to right click on their name, and instead of just banning them or whatever you want to do, you can click avoid this player, and then you can
You won't
just
get matched with
never
them.
play with them again.
Oh.
Yeah, and that would be because I've run into the same people a couple times that are just assholes.
Yeah.
I'm fine if I'm playing bad, but like, sometimes I play okay and people still shit on me.
Yes, I want to see. Sorry, I'm in another realm right now.
Of Claritin. He's Claritin
I
clear
tweeted-
right now.
Yeah,
He's picturing that little
right. The irony.
Antonio Banderas bee just floating around.
Is he in the commercial?
Yeah, the Claritin
Oh.
bee, wasn't
No,
it?
he's in Nasonex.
Oh,
Nasonex.
fuck! Nasonex.
Why did they give Jerry Seinfeld for that?
They should have.
B movie.
What a
Anyway,
missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, so I tweeted about this, but I want to see like boss events. In that
Oh
game,
yeah, this was a good idea.
Yes.
where so this could be a totally different playlist from competitive or quick play, or incorporated somehow. But I thought it'd be cool if rather than doing 6-on-6, maybe team of 6 goes up against a big Omnic bot or whatever. You know, that could be part
Kind
of
of
the
like
canon.
Man versus Machine for TF2.
I don't know what that is.
It was like they added like a PVE thing where you got
Is that
to
what PvE stands for?
yeah, player versus environment, and
Okay.
basically there was like waves of robotic TF2 characters, and then sometimes you get like really big ones or big tanks that would come in, and you have to try and destroy them.
When he brought
Yeah,
it
I've
up, I
never-
was saying it could be something like, you know, in Smite, the little offshoots with their like the
Oh, yeah,
attack
like the
cams.
buff
I was saying
cams.
it could be like that, but this could also be its own game mode as well.
Yeah, I like so that it's not just boss events, but like the whole thing of just moving away from not away. I mean, still keep quick play the whole format how it is because it's awesome, but adding like I thought it'd be cool if like just the characters are so unique and have so much story and like I feel like so many applications for the way they attack and recover and help each other out. Like, you know, there could be a whole just place where you run around and it's just free play, you know, and it's like little arcade games that certain characters can set off or something. And
A little
you gotta-
cooperative mode would be nice, like a story mode where you could play with like 4 people and you could go through together.
Yeah, because the videos on YouTube I watch of Overwatch. I love how creative people get and like they find all these little Easter eggs that you can do with their existing powers and stuff. So it'd be cool if Blizzard created, you know, some sort of semi sandbox where you can go in and discover those things and maybe
There's
bring that.
like private matches you can go in there with your friends and just fuck around a bit.
Yeah,
but
it's all
not
very
quite
flat.
what you're thinking. Yeah,
Yeah, it's all very like all of the existing infrastructure caters to the existing way you play, which is awesome. But it'd be cool to see those things and just have like I'm always fascinated with these little ways you can hide story elements. And again, like Blizzard being pretty choosy about how they divulge or disseminate that information about what's going on in the realm of Overwatch. But it'd be cool if they created a space where you really do have to like be an archaeologist and dig through this stuff or do things in certain orders to unlock a door or something. I don't know, just ongoing thing where you as the characters are.
they got some
kind
really
of-
cool promotion too with like new characters, like the Sombra like hunt they had a while back. They kind of
Yeah.
died down a little bit, but they could have that like as a story mode where you'd have to find your way through that to unlock a new character or something.
Yeah, and it's like a community thing,
Yeah.
It's,
and then
it's
people
like,
could band together a little more. I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of times the reason I stopped playing is because it feels like it's so divided a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And unless I'm playing with like all of you guys, it's not as enjoyable for me. Like I don't like playing by myself anymore too much.
Yeah.
It gets very frustrating for me.
It's very hit or miss.
Yeah. Because sometimes you can have a great
excuse
team and you're like, this is awesome. And then you get reinstanced and then you're not with them anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would like some more cooperative stuff.
Yeah, I think I don't know. There's just a lot of room to play there, and I don't want to like dilute the experience because it's so awesome as is. But
You can build upon it.
yeah, that could be really. It'd just be really cool.
Yeah.
Just to have
Jordan, any ideas?
Nope.
Fantastic. All right, our next question is from Goblin Cat. What is your favorite...
Goblin Cat.
Goblin Cat says, what is your favorite video game company unbiased? I don't know what unbiased means, but
I guess if
favorite
we're
video game.
sponsored.
I don't know.
Hey,
Well, Telltale Games is paying me a shit ton to say Telltale Games is my favorite.
I wish. I'd say Blizzard right now. Blizzard and Nintendo are typically the two I go between because I love Hearthstone so much and Overwatch is so good. And then Nintendo's been the most consistent one since I was born. That was my first real big company. So
That's true.
Those two.
Nintendo's OG. Bungie was my original obsession.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day when Halo 3 was at its like peak community days, was
Halo 2 and 3
Halo,
were
I think,
so
really
good.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you kind of
Yeah.
fanboyed out when you met the composer guy. That was
Marty?
that was
Yeah.
that
oh,
was
that's
fun.
fun.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting
remember
though,
that.
because that was sort of like I fell off because of there was some internal shit with them and between Marty and whatever, and they became what they became. Destiny's cool, and they're still kind of, I think, continuing that trend of. And I mean, community these days in gaming, it's sort of the bread and butter. You know, it's like back then. Like I think the reason Bungie caught my attention, and I was a console gamer, so I wasn't really deep into the industry, but Bungie seemed to do something special as far as engaging their community weekly. And
that was the first multiplayer game I ever played. That was
Oh,
like
really?
online. Like
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I didn't realize Xbox Live was a thing until they like gave me the little 2-day trial stuff.
Yeah.
And then I loved Halo 2 so much.
Oh yeah, but right now it is Blizzard, just because of Overwatch, but also again I love when a company like they don't just throw a game out and say okay play it and then let's the game or the company's like let's just see how long we can ride this wave.
You want there to be care in the making of the game and love.
I don't like
and-
throwaway content, so it's
Yeah.
like it's cool when a company can like really like Battle.net, they can build this awesome framework around it that supports how they talk to you and how everybody talks to each other and stuff like that.
I'd say Rocksteady too. They're a company that's never let me down from with the game I've played. Because Arkham Origins was not Rocksteady, but the 3 games like Arkham Asylum, City, and Night, all 3 of those games kind of are better than The Last City. I think is the best one, but they're all so solid and so good.
They top each other technologically
Yes.
every single time.
Those games are just so good. Rocksteady has never let me down, and that's why I want them to make more. I don't know. I love Rocksteady.
Yeah, I would say Rocksteady and Telltale are pretty much tied because Telltale puts so much. They put so much creativity into their games, and I like when games give you the option of choice and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
you kind of,
I agree.
people might say the illusion of choice because ultimately you kind of end up in the same place no matter what you do. But I appreciate being able to play the story my own way, and they're really great storytelling games. So
Yeah, I agree with that. I have my own I don't have issues with Telltale, but there's things like that. I mean, even at the end of the day, the problems I have with it, I still love playing the Batman one. Those ones are fantastic. I think if I played Walking Dead, I feel like I'd be in love with Telltale. But I think I'm so far behind at this point, and I know too much about
if you
it.
start off on the first season, it's going to be a little rough because that was their first major hit outside of Back to the Future, which was right before that.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were still refining their technical aspects to their games. And they still haven't even fully completed that because last night I did episode 2 of Telltale's Batman, and I still had sound cutting out. And that's always been an issue for every Telltale game I've ever played, I think.
I think the biggest issue I had was that when Tales from the Borderlands and I was playing Game of Thrones, I started them at the exact same time. They came out pretty much at the same time. It took a full year for it to finish the story. And that's just kind of something I don't like committing, especially for my channel. I don't like committing to something that could take that long because by the time the year's over, I'm like, I want to play a game I guess it's kind of like watching a TV show. If I had to record myself watching a TV show, I don't think I'd enjoy it because I have to wait every week to do it. Whereas if I binged it on Netflix, I'd be much more down for it. So I should probably just wait till they're all out.
Yeah.
What about you, Steph? What's your favorite game?
Currently?
Yeah, or just in general.
Currently, I love playing Dead by Daylight.
Oh yeah, Dead by
I
Daylight.
haven't gone on to the Overwatch yet.
You were trying a little bit.
I tried.
The question
and
was
failed
game studio.
miserably.
Not his favorite game too.
Yeah.
But Steph isn't super experienced when it comes to
Yeah.
game studios. So the most next relevant question, Jordan, logically is game.
Game. Thank you, Dan.
You said you like Nintendo though, didn't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But old school, Nintendo
Oh, yeah, like
64,
like
I can
Mario
play that all
Parties.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mario Party. and
Mario
all
Kart.
that. Mario Kart. Yes. Diddy Kong Racing.
The Wii.
Jordan?
The Wii.
Yeah,
CD
I
Projekt
like
Red.
bowling with my mom when we drink.
yeah. I was like, you guys play
Because
that a
it
lot.
gets really competitive.
Jordan. Jordan.
3, 2, 1, Jordan.
Go.
I mean, I'd say that I've always loved Valve for the impact they've made on PC gaming.
Yeah, it's pretty huge.
So it's they're pretty cool. They're kind of weird at the same time.
I want to see
though.
Portal 3 really
Yeah,
badly.
they have some weird follow through issues and stuff. They have their problems like every other developer.
but all the games.
But they've always released really great games. And then CD Projekt Red, I have a lot of respect for them for staying pretty much independent from what I've seen and really executing very nicely on the Witcher games. And I'm really curious to see how they do with Cyberpunk too.
Cyberpunk.
Bam.
Yes.
That
By the
sounds
way,
cool.
these emails are from If you ever want to email us, give us your name, where you're from. We just added that. So name you'd like to be referred to as, where you're from, and send it to hubcast@thecreaturehub.com. We'll have a segment intro for this eventually that'll have that information on there and stuff, and we'll always lay that out. But I think we'll go with one more, and then we'll
Okay,
probably
make it a
wrap
really,
it up.
really, really good one.
Supposedly, Battle.net is getting a name change.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
I saw that
I wonder
first, too.
why.
Well, Battle.net is a little weird, but I kind of like it because I like saying Battle.net.
Yeah.
Battle.net.
Battle.net.
Battle.net. Make a song out of it, Spencer.
Battle.net.
Battle.net.
Battle.net. You log in and get kicked a lot. Battle.net. Battle.net. Let's play some Overwatch. Maybe if the internet.
Dan,
Let's
thank
watch
you for
down.
this
Let's play
email. How do
Hearthstone.
these do
Hearthstone's
pop
also down.
filters
I guess
sound?
I'll stop.
Pop,
Oh no,
pop,
Battle.net is down.
Let's play some Smite. Oh no.
I
I'm
have the
kicked
next one.
again.
Okay.
This is sent from my iPhone, and they say, "What is something that?" That's not the name. It's just because they sent it from their iPhone. What is something that everyone is looking forward to in the near future? I'm looking forward to Coheed in like 2
Oh,
hours.
in the near future.
Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda.
Wait, games or just anything
Just
in our
any.
lives?
What are you looking forward
Live.
to?
No
Steph?
man.
Pokemon Sun and Moon. Pokemon Sun and Moon, Breath of the Wild is my two, I'd say.
Let me think. Oh, the question was like anything.
Yeah. What are
Okay.
you looking forward to in the near future?
Oh, the pressure.
Who wins the Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie custody battle?
World peace.
Ooh, that'd be
Ooh,
great.
shit.
For Christ's
In
sake.
the near future?
Yes.
I'm getting a little depressed at waking up every morning to look at my phone and it says like 15 people die, and I'm like, no. Then I
Violent
get up
world.
and I take a shower and I'm like, today is gonna be okay. So I look forward to world peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, world peace would be.
I'm trying to think of a
nice.
game.
Oh, the new Office.
I was say I'm looking forward
Yes.
to the new Office Space.
That is
Giving a
quite
location
looking
change.
New
forward to.
scenery, new vibe.
I would have said this show actually like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I loved it.
love the Hubcast. This
I
is
love
awesome.
doing. Yeah, every time it comes up, I'm like,
It's
I
exciting.
always look forward to it quite
Giddy.
a bit. It's
We used
really
to
fun.
hang out.
I'm looking forward
Chat.
to flying my drone. I got some new propellers for it.
Oh yeah.
They're orange and they're four bladed props. So I want to try that out. Plus, I got an orange pimp kit, they call it, where I'll replace it so it's going to be black and
Pimp kit.
orange.
Jordaddy's becoming a pimp.
Oh, and I'm also looking forward to Jared coming out.
Oh,
oh yeah, Jared's
he will be
coming.
Jared's
here
gonna be
next
here.
week.
It's going to be really cool.
He's not gonna be here in time for the podcast though, right?
No.
He's
Oh,
gonna, it's not
Sadly,
gonna
no.
work out
And then he
quite.
leaves the day before.
Yep.
Yeah, so he won't be.
Yeah, we have to like bully him to be in content anyway, so I doubt he would have come on
He
the
would.
podcast
Willingly.
anyway.
Yes.
So you know, I think we have to bully him to be in one video, and then once he's in one video, he's like, okay, and then he starts to like really want to be in the rest. Because sometimes he like rushes in to hurt me.
Fools rush in.
That
likes
was so
hurting
funny when you
Spencer.
pulled your armpit hair up.
He
The
just
best
likes
part about
hurting
all that was
Spencer.
like the people watching us in the grass.
Like, there are
They were
people
walking
all
by. They were like,
around
"What the
us.
fuck?" Like it was just.
Well, there was
We
like a
were
bridge
quite
across the
surrounded.
river,
Yeah.
and there was people behind us, and they're all just kind of like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
I know,
usually
families were,
when
like,
stuff
looking.
happens like that in public, it's just people just looking there. I think partly, the cameras explain a little bit, but at the same
We were
time,
also
it kind
taking
of
our shirts
intrigues
off.
them a little bit
Well,
more.
and Jared yelling "fuck you," really loud
"Chill
was
out,
also getting
Jared."
people's attention as well.
There's like
Yeah.
little kids nearby, and
Yeah.
Jared's like,
Like,
It was pretty
"That's a
good.
dick."
Well,
Anyway.
is that about it, Dan? Is that the last one? We were doing one more. That was it. That was the
well-
last
So
one.
the last one.
I'd say that's about it, Jordan.
Okay.
Wait, what?
What, Spencer?
What?
Is it
What,
quick?
Spencer?
well, "Is it the end?"
Yes.
What, Spencer?
Or
What?
No,
Oh,
we're
I
waiting on
can't.
that.
I have to call.
We'll
the
explain
We'll
that
explain
later.
it.
So anyway,
I have a story
thank
next
you so much.
time.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for today's Hubcast. Just a reminder, it's on iTunes,
Joe, are you
so
okay?
go check it out and
We lost
subscribe.
Joe.
These guys are going to be going to their show. I'm going to go try and find my drone in the field. Hopefully, it's not too dark outside already. It gets
Spencer,
dark.
are you
Your
going
drone's
to
out
be
there?
streaming soon? Are you going to be streaming on the hub?
It's out there.
possibly,
Yeah, it's out in the. Wait,
'Cause
possibly.
we were talking about Spencer potentially streaming Telltale's Batman episode
I will
2.
at some
It's
point.
only an hour. It's only an hour. It's like an
Yeah.
hour and 15 minutes, so it's super short.
If it's not today, it'll be very soon.
Okay.
It might be on the weekend.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that's about it for today's Hubcast. We'll be back next week, hopefully at the same time. If something changes, we'll let you guys know.
Bye.
But it'll be at the same time. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you so much for turning up to the show. I mean, the live portion of this, everyone on Twitch. It's
Mail
been a
time.
grand old time. Thank you, everyone who
Spencer, sing
subscribed.
us out.
No, stop singing.
Mail time.
Stop singing. This is
It's
not.
mail
Oh, my
time.
goodness.
You don't know that it's mail time.
Y'all are the best.